Hey guys, welcome to my structure. I am Mara, and today we're going to be talking about my 2025 crazy reading goals. We might not be here too long because my reading goal list is not extensive. I don't really have like a lot of reading goals. I'm not setting a number. Okay, let's just get into it. So these are like in no particular order. We're just going to be just discussing my 2025 reading goals. So the first thing I want to do is start tracking my books digitally. I do a horrible job at tracking my books. I don't even have a desire to track my books, but I have found that recently making these end of the year reflection videos, because I do love reflection. One aspect in my life, particularly in my reading journey, I'm not really able to like reflect because I do such a horrible job tracking my books. And so I found that when trying to do these like end of the year like reading wrap ups, very hard. And I did notice that, and going back and like seeing what I publicly released, that what I read and what I documented in my digital reading planner, I left some of the books out. So like my wrap ups are like not really 100% accurate, which it really does not matter. But yeah, I just want to, like, for the sake of reflection, be able to look back on what I've actually read. So I did ask my Instagram, like, what reading apps do people use? And I think on my poll, I only put Goodreads, Storygraph, Fable, or something else. I think those were the three things that I put as like an option to pick on the poll. I'm not really 100% sure. I can't remember. But I think moving forward for 2025, quarter one, I'm just going to start off committing to Storygraph. I did download Storygraph at the end of last year, or yeah, at the end of last year going into 2024, and then I stopped using it. Only because there was one book that I read and they didn't have it on there and it wouldn't allow me to add it, and I got mad and I said, forget it. But yeah, moving forward, I'm going to be utilizing Storygraph to track my books and for the first quarter. And if I feel like I'm liking it or I'm sticking to it, then I might expand my horizons and use something like Fable or something to just, I don't know. I'm not a person who likes having like all these different communication apps on my phone. Like, I literally only have Instagram and YouTube, and I do have a TikTok, but that's about to get banned and I barely get on my TikTok. So right now I just literally only have Instagram and YouTube. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have Facebook. Very basic, very minimalistic over here. Okay. So I want to track my books, and I'm going to be utilizing Storygraph moving forward. So I will make sure I have my Storygraph linked somewhere. Next, I have written down like as a bullet point. So I do have my planner right here because I just made some notes. This is a Moterm B6 cover, and then my planner is with Sterling Ink. It's the 2025 B6 Slim Horizontal Full Year Common Planner. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm referencing. So next, I want to be more still in my reading. 2024, I had a lot of fun exploring like different aspects of fiction books, different genres within fiction. Because if you're new to my channel, nonfiction is my favorite genre, and then the second runner up will have to be historical fiction. So I really in the past I've read some fiction books, but it's not something that I like actually dived into to figure out, what I like in the world of fiction. So I did have a lot of fun just exploring like different genres within the fiction aspect. But for 2025, I just want to have like a more slow, like quality over quantity. Not that in 2024 I was like racing to like push out books or read books, but it was just that I was just reading I just felt like I was reading so much, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I do like to have stillness in my reading. I like to annotate. I think because when you're reading nonfiction, it does kind of force you to have stillness when reading, because it's not like an action packed video where you're like turning the page. But for 2025, yeah, I just want like more stillness and quality over quantity. I want to actually, I am a person who remembers everything that I read. I don't forget. I don't close a book and then forget what I read. If I read a book, you could pretty much ask me, and I can give you like a quick little synopsis of the book, and I will remember like what happened. But I don't know. I just want more stillness. That's the word that comes to my mind when I think of what I want for my reading to feel like. Slowness. I want to just be able to bask and experience the book. Okay, what else do I have? Track my books, quality over quantity. And next is just to read the books on my bookshelf. I have a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot of books on my bookshelf that I have not read yet. And I want to get through, because I feel like each quarter I want to be able to do an unhaul per quarter, just to make room for more books that I want to experience and read. And yeah, I need to get through some of these books on my bookshelf so that I can possibly unhaul some of them and make room for more books, because the books that I want on my bookshelf, I want them to consist of books that I would actually reread again, or, that I want to pass down to my children. Books that just actually mean something to me. So yeah, I just want to get through the books and see, which ones need to stay and which ones need to go. So yeah, that's mainly just what my focus is for my reading goals for 2025, is to, one, track my books on an app, which we're going to be using, or I'm going to be using Storygraph. So I'll make sure I have that linked somewhere. Two is quality over quantity. Because I will not be setting a reading. I don't know, like when you open the Storygraph app, if you have to put a number, but if I have to put a number, I don't know, maybe we're just going to do like 50 or something small, child. Maybe we're going to do 25 for 2025. We're going to do that, okay? If I have to set a number, my number is going to be 25. So number one is track my books using a book app, which I'm going to be using Storygraph. Quality over quantity. And what's number three? Read the books on my bookshelf. Like, I need to just continuously just pull from my bookshelf. So I need to update my mini books. I need to update my mini books because so what my intention was to put all the books that are on my bookshelf in mini book collection and just randomly pull a book from here. So yeah, I need to update that. I also want to use Notion to put all the books on my library into a database, or like on Notion. If you guys use Notion, then I want to put my bookshelf digitally, turn my bookshelf into a digital bookshelf within Notion, so that I can check like I read this, or just to be able to better organize the catalog, my inventory, to better track my inventory. I wonder if I should buy one of those scanner things, where you can scan the book and then it'll upload to the system. Maybe I'll look into that and buy that for myself. But yeah, those are my 2025 reading goals. What my intentions are for 2025. Let me know what's one of your reading goals down below in the comments. What is one of your reading goals for 2025? And go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Show your girl some love. And if you have not done so already, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Lock in with your girl, because it's nice and chill over here. Yeah, and I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.